So my name's Steve Backshall. I am a naturalist and television presenter, and I've been doing this now for about 18 years. So I first started off with the National Geographic. I was their adventurer in residence, which is the best job title I've ever had in my life. And I then graduated to working with the BBC, making lots of expedition programs, so going out and trying to discover new species of animals and going to places that people haven't been to before. And now I guess I'm probably best known for working with so-called deadly animals. That is mostly predators, things like, I guess, dragonflies and stoats and kestrels and animals that are deadly within their own world. So my talk today was called Shark Rebranding the Monster, and it's a lot to do with my own personal experience of working with sharks over the last 18 or so years, which has shown me that these animals so rarely target us as human beings. I've been in the water with hundreds of sharks at one time in a so-called shark feeding frenzy, when we're, I guess, taught that they are out to get you and just lunging around at anything that moves, and yet emerged unscathed every time, as has every single member of my crew. I've been in the water alongside bull sharks, tigers, great hammerheads, oceanic white-tip sharks, and even great white sharks, and never felt in any real danger. And I think that's the first part of a message, is really trying to convince people that sharks are not the mindless killers that they are so often made out to be. And the statistics absolutely bear that out. You know, around the world, since records began, there have been an average of 3.1 people a year killed by sharks. And in a planet of 7 billion, that is absolutely nothing. So, first and foremost, it's about convincing people that sharks are not the terrifying monsters we make them out to be. And then I try and flip it on its head and bring up a bit about the situation of shark conservation and how this is an animal that is at more threat from human activities than just about any other. And they are animals that we could lose from our seas unless we are very, very careful. So the end of my talk was suggesting a few ways that people could try and redress the balance, even redress the balance while they're sitting in their own home at their laptop. I guess one step further, it is all about advancing. It's all about using ideas, using science as a way of moving forward to a positive future. And that very much combines with what I believe about sharks and about shark conservation. I think it's incredibly important that we don't teach a message of doom and gloom that essentially leaves people paralyzed, leaves people feeling that they can't do anything. It's really important that people are empowered, that they feel they have the tools for change in their own hands. And I think just providing us a few simple ways that people can address a problem. So you're not just talking about it and then leaving people thinking, oh, that's pretty rubbish, but giving them a way that they can do something about it is really important.